Okay, so today we're going to be reading some Airbnb reviews. Needless to say, these are bad Airbnb reviews. It's Rhode Island. The host was designated as a superhost, and the property had a high rating. However, upon getting there, the place looked like a dirty mess. The living room was not clean, nor was the sole bathroom in the house. We had to call the host and ask him to send his cleaning staff over, something he should have done beforehand since he clearly charges a high cleaning fee. Gale. Confetti of the bachelorette variety, old socks and dryer sheets under beds, and several big insects rounded out the experience. His defense, he sent the cleaning lady when anyway, hold on. Okay. Fuck. Okay, take two. Recently stayed at a home in the suburbs of Providence, Rhode Island. The host was designated as a superhost, and the property had a high rating. However, upon getting there, the place looked like a dirty mess. The living room was not clean, nor was the sole bathroom in the house. We had to call the host and ask him to send his cleaning staff over, something he should have done beforehand since he clearly charges a high cleaning fee. Confetti of the bachelorette variety, old socks, and dryer sheets under beds, and several big insects rounded out the experience. His defense, he sent the cleaning lady when asked should have been done before. What? He sent the girl. Take two. His defense, he sent the cleaning lady when asked should have been done before we got there, and he could call pest control, but that would make staying there not feasible. He even said he personally went through the home, but it's not that big to miss things like socks. Has the quality just gone down the drain with Airbnb? Never would have thought of having such issues with the place, especially before the pandemic hit. It felt like this guy just pockets the cleaning fee and doesn't actually call them, since the rug wasn't even vacuumed. So what does that say for the rest of the place? We had to switch to a hotel because we didn't feel comfortable leaving our dogs alone in such a place. Girl, oh my God. If random centipedes could come crawling along, I'm sorry. We had to switch to a hotel because we didn't feel comfortable leaving our dogs alone in such a place if random centipedes could just come crawling along. It makes me wonder what the value is anymore for an Airbnb hotel when basic cleanliness is now a topic of contention. Thanks for reading my rant. I'm going to have to go ahead and say that, it sucks that we started off with that one because I've also had bad Airbnb experiences, and I don't feel like that was kind of like, I don't know, your dog centipedes. That's so crazy. I mean, I know we all love our dogs, but
girl. Yeah, that fucking pet deposit, I bet they had to pay better like a fucking dog.
For real.
Pet deposit more than damn rental.
Right. Okay, so our next Airbnb review, this comes from Reddit. Just had the worst Airbnb experience of my life and need to vent. Stayed one night in Boston, and this host was absolutely unhinged. The micromanaging starts immediately. I barely get settled into my room when she knocks on my door and brings me straight to the bathroom to start blaming me for things that I hadn't even done yet. Not about cleanliness, but demanding I pull the shower curtain all the way out instead of to the side, and then put the entire toilet lid down, seat and cover instead of just the seat. She's acting like I already messed up these random preferences and made it sound like they were mandatory to be respectful of other guests. 1:30 a.m. noise complaint goes nuclear. Get woken up by super loud and excessive footsteps from upstairs starting at 1:30 a.m. for about 10 minutes. I couldn't stand it anymore, so I politely messaged through the Airbnb app asking if she would walk more lightly upstairs. Her response, a complete meltdown. Excuse me, you is too late to text something like this. I also need my sleep. No one is walking. Everyone is resting. Let it go. The footsteps mysteriously stopped immediately after our text exchanged. I wonder who was walking around. The retaliation. She initially agreed to store my luggage until 5 p.m. for free. The next day, after our midnight drama, suddenly she demands $40 for luggage storage. Clear retaliation. Anyone else done with Airbnb from now on, I'll only book hotels.
Right.
Okay, let's find it. Okay, so our next review also comes from Reddit. Number 3. I'm currently in the Philippines and I booked this guy's Airbnb unit. He was glad to have a client, of course. Oh, later in his revenge review, he claims that me going there is last minute, yet had units ready. Also, isn't that the point of putting your shit on Airbnb? Remove your units if you don't want the booked. This person is. Oh, never mind. Bitch, let me cut that part out. I'm like, this person has not got very good English skills. He just said he's from the fucking Philippines. He's a stupid American. Okay, it clearly speaks 2 languages, and I'm over here with the one. Okay, let's see. So, over here reading like, today, Junior.
Like you learning English.
For real. Okay, I'm so sorry, guy. All right, he says that wait a minute. Remove your units if you don't want them booked, dude. He says he will meet us at the reception to help us out. Then he does only to tell the receptionist we're good to go on up. I'm only saying this because later in his retaliatory review, he kind of acts as if he did more. We go up and I find the worst case of black mold I've ever seen in a bathroom ever. I tried to ignore it, but I have health issues and clearly this isn't normal. Since I thought it would remain confidential, I tell Airbnb about it. Not only is this dangerous for us, but it's dangerous for all future guests. At this point, it's been 2 hours, and I conclude that I don't want to spend any more time there since I want to be able to shower and feel comfortable. The Wi-Fi was pure garbage anyway. I know that he has more than 1 unit since he said we could pick between 2 units when I first chatted him, so I told him to switch us to that other room. That it was okay for me to go earlier, but they're painting it. It'll be later. I also tell him about the black mold. He says it's just water leakage. Literally Google black mold, and that's what it was when we got... That's what it was. We got refunded by Airbnb based on this. His girlfriend gets there. She also says it's not mold. It clearly is. And she says they'll just paint over it as if that stops the spores from contaminating the space. Then the host received an email about my complaint. Suddenly, they're rushing me to go to the other room now, and he confronts me about it, like gaslighting, guilt-tripping, how I didn't tell him first. The agent on the phone basically implied that he won't know until I leave, but whatever. He made me feel guilty as fuck, and I basically told support that I'll let it go. I genuinely felt like giving him and his girlfriend a second chance. They were acting as if they were good people who work hard and care about our worries. I could tell that the host is annoyed at me. They showed us the room. My fiance felt pressured, and so I just thought that it'll be over soon. Let's just smile and relax. The room was a major downgrade. No TV, pretty small, but again, it's like 6 p.m. at this point. I just want to chill out and relax. Maybe shower will help. Upon closer inspection, I see there's still black mold. I won't shower then. It's whatever. Okay, now who's dirty? We relax, and then it's one cockroach after another.
Oh, no, bitch.
It happens. I'm patient. By the time we go to bed, they were literally in our bed. Hell no.
Bitch, girl, they had me at the first.
Right, I tried to chat the host, but at this point, he was sleeping. Do I really feel like going to his other unit 20 minutes away by car? He won't respond anyway. So my fiance didn't want to sleep there at all. She was so disgusted. We had to leave to a hotel room and pay a huge early check-in fee. It was like the only place around willing to take us at that time. We showed all the evidence, got a full refund, around 40% of the hotel room paid for. Now this guy, the host, wrote a revenge review praising himself about how he assisted us with check-in, and I'm freeloading, basically taking advantage of his units for free, lying and said that I was a satisfied guest, telling him there's black mold is satisfaction. I'm not sure where he got that. Just because he lied about the black mold and guilt-tripped me about reporting it as a biohazard. Not once did he mention why, obviously, and if it was a review on his profile, he would have been all apologetic for his public image, but now that it's my profile, he's saying a bunch of bullshit that may affect my future trips. Obviously, Airbnb didn't want to delete his obvious retaliatory review, despite being provided with the evidence and a fucking 2.5K word essay on why this is revenge. I didn't review him because my fiance thinks he will find a way to harm us or do bad things from our RDs, and I regret it so much. So he just gets away with it scot-free, no consequences, except for the rightful refund of this biohazard shit show units filled with black mold and high amount of bugs.
Girl, roaches was roaching, bitch.
Oh, that's crazy.
Nah, they had me. Wait, they stayed the whole stay?
Girl, no, they went and got a hotel.
Man. Yeah, you should definitely be able to see the fucking place in person before you actually decide if you... But that's the whole point of getting it fucking being convenient.
Somebody said, the problem with Airbnb is people don't write reviews when their experience is bad. Just like OP was that.
Like who?
OP?
I have no idea.
Oh. If anyone knows what that is, throw it in the comments. Nah, his reviews don't mention this. If there's a crazy amount of black mold and I gotta sleep with roaches, I can't be staying. And he's mad I got refunded, so he had to get his revenge. That's against Airbnb's policy, but I guess 5 minutes is enough to investigate the case. Literally denied to remove that shit within 5 deep investigation for sure. What? Oh, I guaranteed that if my review was on his profile, he'd be all like, oh, sorry, all that. Dude, you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to explain yourself. Okay, let's see. We'll do one more. Okay, so this next one is it's not coming from Reddit. This one's coming from the Better Business Bureau. And I will say, I'll add that Better Business Bureau says, in red, this business is not BBB accredited. Find BBB accredited business and rental listings. So they actually do have a link on Better Business Bureau. I suppose I haven't clicked it yet, but well, let's click it and see. So you can rent from Zumper. You can rent from Peerspace. You can rent from HPI Financial. You can rent from Apartment List. You can rent from Belong, because you might feel like you belong there more than an Airbnb. Okay, it's not very many places, but, so, okay, let's find this. Then they have, responses from the... Okay, oh, God. Okay, here we go. Number 4. Okay, so, initial complaint. This was on 11/04/25. That was recently. Wow, that was really recently. Dates, June 28th through... Wait. Okay. Dates, June 28th, July 5th, 2025. Total paid, $1,400. What? Across for 2 nights? Oh, no, there's 2 separate stays. Okay. Oh, right, that sounds familiar. $1,400 across 2 Airbnb stays during my first solo trip. Airbnb support and policy mishandled guest safety. 1 stay, power outages in 100 degrees Fahrenheit heat. Airbnb handled the situation smoothly. I was happy. 2nd stay, listing misrepresented air conditioning. Misrepresented air conditioning listing claimed to have AC, but none existed. Host confirmed the error. I immediately contacted Airbnb and said I was willing to stay if they offered me a modest credit stay, receive 30% off. You did not ask for enough. 30% off of only if the host agreed to cancel, receive 30% of the first night plus a small future use voucher, still leaving me without. Middle ground was offered. I spent 5+ hours escalated between teams in extreme heat. Even, I don't know what these blanked out things are, but this blanked out. Even blank admitted the system pressures host, but could not act. During a call, I accidentally pressed record and customer support warned me blank would immediately stop helping if the call was recorded. This left me without any safe way to document their handling of a safety-related issue. You do it from another phone. The host, frustrated... Oh, maybe they didn't have one. The host, frustrated with Airbnb, politely asked me to leave when I had said I was willing to stay. The situation broke trust. She saw my escalation to Airbnb as personal, even though I was only following procedure. I had to retrieve my belongings alone and find another hotel, as I was only following... I no longer felt safe using Airbnb. The platform later, oh, hold on, shit. The platform later auto-refunded unused nights after her cancellation, which prevented me from disputing. Later, she sent a $35 storage charge for handling my items, which I paid willingly because it was fair. It illustrates how Airbnb's structure forces hosts and guests to absorb the fallout of its own policy failures. Requested resolution: reimburse my out-of-pocket hotel nights and transportation. Acknowledge that Airbnb's escalation process created an unsafe, distressing situation. Prevent situations where guests lose protection and hosts are made to manage conflicts alone. Well, I would say there's plenty of hotels out there, though I do totally see the, where Airbnb kind of has some of us sometimes a lot of times, and between a rock and a hard place, and in a place that looks like there's a lot of people doing things with rocks around there. So, but yeah, I would just say choose your host and your listing very carefully. Do you have anything to add to that?
Girl, no.
Use your head. Use your head, guys. Those happened to me before, so.
Go stay with your mama.
Well, if you guys have any other suggestions that you want to hear us read reviews on any certain company, or you guys have any stories of your own of how a company did you, go ahead and drop them in the comments.
Let us know how you got.